Good morning, Jen. We've got some dry roads in Branson this morning after we had some of that rain roll through yesterday evening with a strong cold front. Much cooler out there to start. It is 52 degrees with those north and west winds. The last of the showers are exiting the area to the south and east. Most of us are dry out there this morning with just some clouds left behind. It is much cooler, by 10 to almost 20 degrees cooler, especially near north of the interstate, as you get a big cool down coming in behind that front. It is 52 degrees in Branson and in Springfield, dipping into the 40s up in Clinton. So some jackets to start this morning. It stays cool all afternoon as you're homeschooling. You'll find some clouds outside of the window with temperatures in the 60s. That is much cooler than we were all weekend. You might find an isolated shower possible up to the north and east, but for the most part will be cooler and drier out there today. Chilly 40s overnight tonight, and then we stay cool tomorrow with those highs in the 60s. So sunshine returning Tuesday and into Wednesday. Temperature staying pretty cool on Tuesday, a little bit warmer on Wednesday, but then we'll find another cool shot coming in by Thursday into Friday. So that's going to set the stage for a much more fall-like weekend where you'll find temperatures in the 60s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Might find some showers around though. We might find some showers around, though, by Sunday. So, again, here's your cool week ahead with temperatures in the 60s by the end of the week and into the weekend. Chilly overnight lows dipping into the 40s. So, if you have not found those jackets, you'll need to get them. The kiddos will definitely need them at the bus stop by tomorrow morning. We drop to 44 degrees. Some cool sunshine Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. A fall feel through the week with things pretty dry. Next, rain chance not until Saturday and into Sunday. You'll find those highs in the 60s all weekend. Jen?
All right, Lisa, thank you. Now, here's a question for you. Do you know your neighbors? If not, there's an organization here in Springfield that is trying to encourage people to get to know their neighbors. Our Nija McDonald is live now with how exactly this works. Nija, good morning.
Yeah, Jen, well, good morning. Today is actually National Good Neighbor Day, and the University of Missouri Extension Office is using this day as a way to highlight why it's important to be engaged with those around you. Now, national research shows that 97% of people don't know their neighbors. Now, David Burton works as a county engagement specialist and says neighboring has both personal and community benefits. He says neighbors are often your first responders. Neighboring does take some effort and time, but Burton says social interactions are important now more than ever.
When the shelter at home began, you saw a lot more neighboring going on because people were home in the evenings. People were out walking. Even in our neighborhood, people had not seen outside their house much. They were out taking walks. In our own neighborhood, a couple of ladies organized different themes for each week. We had a chalk quotation theme where people did quotations on their driveways. We had a bear hunt day where people put stuffed bears on their front windows and you went around, looked for them, spotted them.
Well, if you're wanting some help on becoming engaged with your neighbors or getting to know them a little better, the University of Missouri Extension Office is actually offering a new class called Becoming a Good Neighbor. Now, the class is virtual and it's open now for people to take. If you head over to our website, ozarsfirst.com, you can learn more information on how to register, and it is a self-paced class. Reporting live in Springfield, Nija McDonald, Ozarks First.
Making news around the region, 3 people were rescued over the weekend after their boat got stuck in the lock and dam on the Osage River. The Osage Fire Protection District says the current was moving fast and all 3 individuals had to be rescued by being hoisted from the boat using rope rescue equipment. Multiple agencies assisted in the rescue. No injuries were reported. A manhunt continues this morning for 2 escaped inmates from the Shannon County Jail. The Highway Patrol says around 3 p.m. yesterday, the 2 inmates, 20-year-old Hunter Vest and 25-year-old Cameron Kennedy, assaulted a jailer and escaped in a white Chevy Colorado with a toolbox in the back. Officers pursued the inmates into Reynolds County, but were not able to capture them. Anyone with information on where the inmates may be, or if you see them, you're asked to contact authorities immediately. Webster County residents are calling for their prosecutor's resignation after a rape case in an Amish community in Seymour. Ben Bergstresser negotiated a plea agreement against Aaron and Petey Schwartz for 5 years probation after they pleaded guilty for raping a 12-year-old relative. A protest is set to happen at the Webster County Courthouse later today. The protest comes just days after prosecutor Bergstresser filed a motion to have the brothers' probation revoked, claiming the brothers had contact with the victim after they were convicted, something that is prohibited under their sex offender supervision agreement. Looking at news from around America, demands for racial justice and equality echoed through downtown Minneapolis yesterday as hundreds turned out in support of Breonna Taylor. The protest began with chanting, music, and speakers, and then they marched. The march comes 4 days after it was announced the police involved in Taylor's death would not face murder charges.
I think people have to really decide here and now what they want their lives to be individually and what their vision for America really looks like, and then decide what it'll take to achieve those things.
Organizers call the day Red Sunday. One of the officers involved in Taylor's death does face 3 counts from the raid for firing into an adjacent apartment. 6 people were shot in Detroit, Michigan early this morning. Authorities say 6 victims went to the hospital. 2 males are listed in critical condition. 2 additional males and a female are in stable condition. The 6th victim, no update on their condition. All 6 are in their 20s. An investigation is underway and no word on any suspects as of right now. The glass fire in California has quickly grown to more than 2,500 acres, burning through vineyards, destroying structures, and driving local residents from their homes. Firefighters were trying to keep the fire from jumping major roadways, but have been unsuccessful in their attempts. 2 other wildfires erupted Sunday night: the Boysen Fire and the Shady Fire. Steep terrain with minimal access is making it hard to fight the fire from the ground. Air tankers have been deployed to continue fighting the fires. In more local news, October is just 3 days away, and with the sweater weather comes pumpkin patches and corn mazes. The Rutledge Wilson Farm Park opened Saturday. This year, the pumpkin patch and corn maze are the only 2 annual fall activities taking place. Park visitors are asked to spread out and mask up. Some visitors say they enjoy the chance to get out and experience some fall activities.
I think it's nice. I wish the leaves would change, but I think the farm is really cute. I really like the pumpkin patch.
I really love the goats. The kids love the ponies and the cows. And then we went and we walked around the corn maze, so tried to get lost and find our way out again. Mostly just found our way back to where we started.
The attractions are open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. until October 25th. The COVID-19 pandemic continues to affect the area's blood supply, so Community Blood Center of the Ozarks is incentivizing blood donations all this week. It's called the Pint for a Pint blood drive. What you are asked to do is visit the CBCO Donor Center on Plainview Road any day this week and give 1 pint of blood. In return, you will receive a coupon for a free pint of ice cream from Highland Dairy and a coupon for a free pint of handcrafted beer or root beer from Springfield Brewing Company. Appointments are encouraged but not required. You can find out more at cbco.org/pint. And now here's a look at what's coming up after daybreak.
Coming up, the president's calling it fake news. The latest details on the shocking new reports about Donald Trump's finances. Plus, Gayle King talks with Mariah Carey about her childhood struggles and hard-won triumphs. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
Well, trending this morning, President Trump, a new report showing that President Trump paid just $750 in federal income taxes in both 2016 and 2017, and that's all according to a report by the New York Times. They say they obtained more than 2 decades of tax return data for the president and his company. A lot of talk online about that, and a response from the president as well. We'll see a lot about that today and more tomorrow, as well as Joe Biden and President Trump are getting ready for their first presidential debate for tomorrow. So we'll likely see questions about those tax returns there as well. Checking in with our weather locally now. It's feeling like fall, finally here to stay, right?
After a summery weekend for sure, it's going to be cool out there today. Temperatures still in the 60s by distance, so make sure the kids have jackets. A couple of overnights in the 40s, so burr.
All right, burr, and grab those jackets. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak. We'll see you for more local news at midday.